everyone, today I'll this brand new documentary just dropped on Netflix. It's called The Truth and the Tragedy of Moriah Wilson, and this documentary tells a story about this cyclist Moriah Wilson. She was this fierce and really very beloved cyclist in her neighborhood. This documentary starts with, it is only 1 hour and something long, uh, and this documentary, I thought overall it was quite tragic what happened to this Moriah Wilson, her life here, especially when you hear the whole thing, and who's behind her killer, like her killing in this documentary. It was really is very tragic, as the title for this documentary says. So I guess Moriah Wilson, she was murdered in 2022, and by this Caitlin, this woman, like she was kind of like stalking her, and later on we see like she did killed her, like this documentary starts with. And also like the reason behind her killing, when as an audience you learned about it, you are just like, oh wow, it is really sad. So overall I thought this documentary is actually really good. It's definitely very like captivating. So the minute you start watching, especially end of this documentary, you leave with these feelings that Moriah Wilson, she was very loved by her mother, everybody in her community, the way she was raised and everything. That is the feelings you live with this documentary. Definitely it was very well told. And I personally was like, oh, it's so sad, especially end of the day, this person, her life was cut short. Like she had so much bright future ahead of it, and it was just gone. And especially for her mom, listening to her point of view, it was quite sad. This documentary, you also meet her friend and all her surrounding, the people where she grew up and everything. I just like, wow, this is really sad listening to all these people. Also you can tell these people really care about her, especially her friend, especially when she first got murdered, police were suspecting like she's the killer, but later on, of course, as the investigation goes on, of course she is not the killer, someone else is. And I really like the way the investigation was done here. Like it was very interesting. This documentary also bring you behind the scene from the courtroom drama, like the code was presented and all these people who are working on this case, they were also very worried, like how the killer will be sentenced, because there isn't enough evidence and everything. Of course, we also learn about her relationship with her boyfriend, this documentary brings. And honestly, the minute they were talking about him, I was like thinking, oh, did he kill her or something? Like, because I didn't know who was the killer. So like when they brought up the boyfriend, I was like, whoa, I hope, because this guy looked like he was going out with her and everything, like he had a good connection and everything. I was like, whoa, I hope he's not the killer. But unfortunately it turns out he still is, the reason for her to get murdered. So like that is still is very sad, I suppose. So my hunch, I was thinking, whoa, is this guy the killer? But I guess he was somehow was connected. Of course, it turns out the killer was by like his ex-girlfriend, and he killed her, like she killed her because she was jealous of his relationship. Like, what? That was really is very tragic, honestly. Like that is why the name for this documentary is so accurate. Like that is the reason for you to kill her. It's so sad. Like at the same time, it is documentary. It is very realistic world here, and I guess that is why this documentary really takes its time to tell the audience about the boyfriend, like his role in this. And when it was revealed who might be the killer, I was just like, oh wow. So overall, it is very well directed, this documentary, and all the behind the scene is really interesting. I don't think I have seen any documentary. It's so well put together and it tells the story in 1 hour, something so neat. And end of this documentary, you end up feeling really sad and you learn a lot. And especially you really feel sad for Maria Wilson. Her life was really cut short, and end of it, you really realize it. So this documentary is very effective, if I'm being honest. I felt sorry for all the friend, mom, and everything. It is very well directed documentary. End of it, I was just like really, really felt sorry for Maria Wilson. I do agree her life was really cut short here. And that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this documentary? If you enjoyed this review, don't forget your other reviews on other documentary. If you enjoy this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take